7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. How's it going, everyone?
May the
Welcome.
Fourth be with you.
There we go. Oh, May the 4th. Exactly. Oh, you got your Yoda shirt on, too.
I got my Yoda shirt on. Look at that.
What does it say?
It says size matters not.
Oh, well, fair enough. All right. So hopefully you guys have been watching our market updates. So our market updates every Monday and every Friday. We try to give you just kind of oversight of the San Diego market. You want to start first, David, with kind of what you've seen from rates over the last, I guess, today.
Well, what was kind of more good news out there for a lot of people who are trying to buy homes that don't have the full 3.5% down payment is the grant programs are starting to come back. So give it about another week to 10 days, maybe 2 weeks max, and those grant programs are going to reappear, which means those of you who are in harder situations and want to leverage down payment assistance and grants, that's going to be back into effect within 2 weeks. So that's kind of big news for the market right there.
Yeah, and I think one thing I've been hearing a lot more is people are getting more comfortable with what's going on. They might be getting fed up, but also comfortable. In San Diego, we're having our phase 2 of the reopening starting this Friday.
Yeah, that should be interesting. The phase 2 part of it. I mean, it's definitely interesting being outside your house, seeing all your neighbors walk around with masks on.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to the idea is because we were feeling more comfortable with it. I think we're going to start seeing more properties go on the market in the near future, just because people are kind of adjusting to this new norm or getting fed up with basically being quarantined for an extended period of time. So I think we'll see more properties hit the market again. I mean, if you've been watching this for the last couple of weeks, we have a shortage of inventory in San Diego County, no matter what people are saying. Yet people are still purchasing. So the interesting thing is going to be is over the next maybe week or so, as the community starts freeing up with businesses and everything like that, how that's going to affect basically new properties coming to the market.
It's and once again to reiterate, for those of you out there who think this is 2008, 2010 with the housing recession looming, it's not. It's not going to happen. Worst case, I think, is a 5% decline, and that's going to depend on how much longer this quarantine goes on to, whether it's the 15th or the 31st. I think if we go to the 31st, the economics will be harder. But the good news is that's going to keep interest rates low because the Fed will keep buying mortgage-backed securities to prop up the market, to enable people to be able to invest in themselves at a lower interest rate.
Yeah. What I wanted to do real fast, let's see. I was trying to get this ready, but beforehand, but I guess we can do it on camera. You gotta love live, right?
Yeah, it's it happens.
Yeah, so it's right there.
The other thing that we were talking about is before the past couple of weeks, we were having problems with jumbos, and the jumbo market has still diminished greatly. But that's also something that's slowly starting to hear talk of coming back into play. And that's going to help because you're higher end properties that are $1.5 million and up, they need that jumbo financing. And that creates problems for selling those if you don't have good jumbo financing. And that's slowly going to start coming back to market too.
So like we talked about before, where I was thinking that more properties are going to hit the market. And I want to say it was a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a week and a half ago, we were sitting at about active properties around 4,300 or somewhere there. Currently in San Diego County with active, with attached, detached, townhomes, everything like that, we're at 4,800. So
Wow.
we're about 400 more. Mind you, that's not drastically great because we were at around 78 in last June. Yet we're at 4,800. So we have gone up a little bit of active properties over the last couple of weeks. So people are kind of slowly getting adjusted to what's going on. Lenders, like David was saying, are freeing up their guidelines, allowing purchases to happen. So, and if you've been following for the last couple of weeks, you've probably noticed too, that the percentage of sold properties towards active properties has gone up, has kind of slowly trickled up. So the market's kind of almost slowly adjusting back to where it was a couple weeks ago. With the one positive is rates are still crazy low.
Yeah, it's definitely it is its all-time lows. Even investors. So for those of you who are thinking about potentially investing in properties, when's the last time you heard of being able to buy an investment property with a 3.5% interest rate? For all the cases, APR 3.625. That's for all the lawyers out there. When's the last time you heard of that, Vinny? Buying an investment property and getting a rate that low?
Well, that's crazy. Is that buying down points?
No, that's no points.
What are you doing it for primary residence?
3.
Wow.
Your average 30-year fix now is between 3 and 3.25%. If you buy down points, it's possible to get 2.875. With your APR 3%. It is definitely one of the best times ever to finance basically your long-term wealth and yourself with the house, especially the investor side. Like I know me and you have something coming up this Saturday?
Oh yes, we do have our investor seminar. I got to get that link ready. I'll do it.
You're good. That is, so if you think about it, the lower your interest rate on an investment property means more cash flow to you.
Well, to give the idea, if anyone watching right now watched last Friday's, if you purchase right now, let's say at a 3.3, because that's what I had it at, with a 3.3 interest rate, right? For a $600,000 property, that's like buying a $639,000 property at 4.3. That's the same monthly payment right there.
Yeah,
$40,000 difference. Don't focus on the purchase price unless you're buying all cash or the majority in cash. Maybe you can focus on the purchase price. For the majority of us out there, focus on that monthly payment because that's where the money's made.
You mentioned something there that's interesting. Is a lot of people go, I want to pay all cash. Why would you take all your money in one investment when you can finance it at like 3.5%? That almost makes no sense. You could leverage that money and go buy 2 or 3 properties and get the tax write-offs and have more cash flow. It's diversification, and nobody wants to put all their eggs into one basket because everyone knows if you diversify, you make more money and you decrease your risk smaller. And I don't know about a lot of people out there, but I like low risk, good rate of returns, and stable.
All right. So we're basically going to give you the market update, but I want to give you kind of insight into when I'm calling, doing follow-ups like that. I'll usually have something in the background, either a motivational thing or like some informational thing or like a podcast, whatever it is. So I was listening to Dan Balzerian, I think it is, right? He's if you have like 15 million people on Instagram, all he does is just like party, right, all day long. And one of the interesting things he was talking about, he also plays poker, and he goes when he's sitting at the table, he'll look at the other person, and he goes, "Do they actually want to keep the money?" Because some players play because they don't think they deserve to be able to have that money, so they basically want to give their money to other people playing. And I think there's sometimes with people, they don't think they deserve to be able to buy a property. They don't think they deserve to get like something really nice. I mean, maybe right now is not the best time for you to purchase, yet it doesn't hurt to have the information, have the facts readily available. So when the right time comes about, you know how to go forward, or put a game plan to how to go forward.
Yep. You just mentioned game plan. That's what our investor seminar is about. It's about making a game plan of buying investment properties to further your wealth, because not like the friend you mentioned, I don't think you want to give away your money. I don't want to give away my money. Victoria, you want to give away your money? No? Okay. Even my 2-year-old doesn't want to give away her money. So I think we should focus on how we can help people make more money, Vinny.
I love it. Well, thank you guys. Subscribe to our channel. Follow us this Saturday. We're going to have that investor seminar. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to myself or David.
And here's my book plug for the week. It's a good read for those of you that are into reading books. You got that? See that one, Vinny?
Yeah. Fooled by Randomness.
Very interesting book.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Please subscribe, please share, and tell your friends.
Thank you.